Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ministry and Mission. My name is Jason Garcia. I'm the Director of Communications here at St. Laurence Catholic Church. I get to take the lead today, and we're tossing it over to the pastor, the man himself, ladies and gentlemen, Father Reginald Samuels. How you doing, Father?
Doing wonderful, doing wonderful. Good afternoon.
We have to take this opportunity to, I've heard it coming around a few times, and I'm thinking you're going to want to squash this right now. So I was like, how's Father Reggie doing? I was like, we don't say that.
Yeah.
We don't say that at all.
We don't say Reggie.
Did you used to go by that, or?
I allowed myself to be called that, and to kind of get into that. The reason I've kind of moved away from it is because, first of all, my parents never called me Reggie.
Oh.
They always call me Reginald. And second, Reggie tends to get shortened even more.
You don't want to be Father Reg?
Yeah, Father Reg, Father R.
Oh, that's where we're
Father
going.
R. It's like, no, let's be respectful and allow me to be called at least what my parents called me, Reginald.
We can't fall all the way back to when they're just making a noise at you. If you're just calling me a sound, we're not doing good.
Yeah, but Father Reg. It's like, no, I just look at it as this is what my parents called me, and that's what they named me, and that is my name. So, Reginald, it is, and what it should be.
Yes, and you're a distinguished man, so Father Reginald it is.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. See, this is how we loosen him up and get him relaxed. So, looking at the camera here, hear me out, everyone. No more Father Reggie, okay? We squashed it. Okay, anyway, back to the thing. We're doing the podcast, so.
Thank you.
So you just came back from vacation. How was that? Did you actually go anywhere or just watch Netflix again?
Well, my vacation was filled with some things dealing with funerals, and I had the pleasure of being asked to do the introduction to the Knights of Peter Claver and our co-cathedral. The Knights of Peter Claver this past week was holding their national convention here in Houston.
Oh.
And I got the pleasure of introducing our archdiocese to the conventioneers.
So you just never stop working, basically.
No.
And that's another thing. I was having a nice conversation at the parish conference thing that the archdiocese put on. And I was asking him about it. I was like, when you have a day off, is it a day off, or are you just taking calls, going to the hospital? He's like, yeah, it never stops.
No, it doesn't. But that's the nature of the beast. That's what I signed up for. So.
You chose the life, a life of service. So it's great to know that we can always call on someone. A couple of years ago, an uncle unfortunately had a stroke heart attack thing, and they brought him back, but he was out for about 6 or 7 minutes, so he was more like just brain dead. So at 5:30 in the morning, I was able to call a parish that was down the road from the hospital, and a priest answered and came over at 6 a.m. and was able to do the last rites for him, which was just so amazing that you guys can just jump up and do that.
Yeah, and it's amazing. However, we understand that this is a part of our job. That's something that I signed up for. However, we do believe in self-care. So I do take my days off.
Mani-pedi, massage, something like that.
Yeah, all of that. Take care of self.
Yes.
Because God created us to take care of ourselves. So I take that very seriously, but this is my position. This is my vocation. So I just live with it and serve the people to the best of my ability.
And to use that as a segue, not all the time are you faced with having to go to the hospital or serve in a way that some can say, unfortunately, is gloomy because, dealing with the death of people. And I did that for a number of years. I was in nursing. It really brings you down sometimes. But there are these bright points that we get to do. And one of them is going on a pilgrimage with Father Reginald.
Yes, coming in this September, September 14th through the 26th, I will be heading a pilgrimage to England and Ireland. We will be hosting a good number of people from St. Laurence, the St. Lawrence community, to bring about a better understanding of the world and the Catholic faith in England and Ireland.
Well,
it'll be interesting.
So first of all, for the viewers watching, and for me who don't know exactly what a pilgrimage is, how would you explain to our viewers about it, what exactly it is?
Well, in my opinion, my view of a pilgrimage is a way in which we can go somewhere and truly depend upon God and work on our own prayer and how we see God in others. It allows us to see how other people are worshiping in the Catholic faith and how we can probably enhance our own spiritual life during this time. And just allows us to see the world in a different way, to see the church in a different way, and to see us in a different way.
So this is totally a spiritual thing. You get to become more one with God, and you can look at it like a vacation where you get to shut off the outside world and it's you one with God. And on this specific one, to get into it, what can our parishioners who want to sign up expect?
Well, they can expect part vacation, part going to religious sites, going to secular sites, but also seeing how a different people in the world worship, how they have developed their spirituality over a period of time. We're going to be looking at history, looking at the church and the various ways in which people in Europe have evolved, and see how our faith has been influenced by what has been going on in Europe over those last years, over the last centuries or so. So they have a very deep history that is very easily can be explored by us, and how we can enhance our own faith by looking at the history of how the church progressed and how the people are worshiping now.
Okay, so you're going to a couple different places, actually a bunch of different places. Tell me some of the pilgrimage spots that you're looking forward to and why they're important to a Catholic.
One of the pilgrimage sites that I'm looking at that we're going to be on is Walsingham. And we will be going to Our Lady of Walsingham, which is considered one of the big Marian shrines of Europe. And it's one of the 4 Marian shrine areas of Europe. You have one in Rome, the Holy Land, one in Spain. And so this will allow us to kind of explore our faith even more in dealing with these Marian shrines.
So what makes them a Marian shrine? Was there like an apparition or?
Yeah, there are several apparitions.
Okay.
Throughout the areas that we'll be going to.
Okay, so it's kind of like the Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe. So something marvelous happened there, miraculous, so they built a shrine there. So they got, or Our Lady of Fatima, or any of these other ones. So that's really exciting for a Catholic.
Yes.
And for some, they only know maybe Our Lady of Fatima, and they only know Our Lady of Guadalupe. So it's also a way to expand their knowledge on where our Mother has appeared. Where else are you looking forward to going?
Well, I'm looking forward to really exploring London and England. I've never been there before, so.
Oh, and you're well traveled.
Yeah. And so I'm just looking forward to just sitting back, providing a spiritual experience for my people, and just kind of like just sitting back and really just taking in the entire religious experience of Europe.
And everywhere you guys go, you'll be doing Mass.
Yes.
You and Deacon Patrick.
Yes.
So you used to taking a deacon with you as well. That's
Yeah, I'm not the only host, so thank God.
no, they'll get to know the party side of Father Reginald.
No, but we can explore it together.
For those who don't know, Father doesn't drink. So when I say party, it's probably like a hot apple cider. Or some hot chocolate, maybe.
But I like to eat.
Same. Same. Been bad lately, especially it was my daughter's birthday, so we had all this leftover food and cake and ice cream. Been bad.
How old is your daughter now?
1.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
When we got here, my wife was about 8 months pregnant, and then before we know it, a month later, she's delivering, and then I blink, and we're a year later, and she's 1. I was like, I have no idea how that happened. No idea.
Yeah, pretty soon she'll be driving.
No.
And then you'll be walking her down the aisle.
I was somewhere. I was at a friend's wedding, and like, you know, she's in her stroller. There's this boy in a stroller. They're looking at each other. Like, hey, she ain't dating until she's 21. Protective instinct comes through immediately. Father, but different. Oop, I hit the mic again. Sorry about that, Brian. But yeah, no, I wish I can go. I guess you don't guys have any scholarships for me.
No scholarships. However, you know, there's a payment plan.
Oh, okay, so if someone wants to go, they don't have to front it all immediately, so they can do a payment plan.
Yeah, there is a payment plan. However, the trip is in September.
We are getting close, yes.
We're very close to it, so they can probably work something out with you.
Very nice. So is there a website for them to go to, or?
Just go to the St. Lawrence website,
Okay.
and it'll go to the pilgrimage for 2026 and register.
Excellent. I will put a link for that in the, maybe at the end of this, definitely in the description of the YouTube video and on Facebook and such. So you guys, you can easily click on it, get to it, find out more information, find everywhere that they're going, because it's a bunch of places. This brochure that he's holding is not one page, it's pages. It is pages long, and it has tiny font, so that means they're going a lot of places. Hotels, do they have to pay for their own food, or is that provided?
No, 2 meals are provided a day.
2 meals provided a day.
Breakfast and dinner.
Perfect. Breakfast, dinner. Oh, so you find your own lunch.
Yes, find your own lunch.
Plenty of
Plenty
food.
of areas, plenty of areas to find food. So.
Excellent.
You're not going to go hungry.
You're not going to go hungry.
Oh, no.
Hotels, kind of hotels y'all staying in?
Well, they say 5-star hotels, so.
Different ratings.
5-star for Europe is much different than 5-star from United States. However, you know, it's a pilgrimage. It's not, this is 1/3 a vacation, 2/3 spiritual journey. So let's recognize that Europe is much different in how they view hospitality than United States.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, Father, before we get out of here, we'll have you look into your camera and just give us a quick pitch on why they should do the pilgrimage. We'll probably use that as a Facebook short.
Why you should do the pilgrimage? Because it's 13 days of an enchanting time in England and Ireland.
That's it. That's all you need, because honestly, that's just an amazing trip altogether.
Yes.
Anything else, Father, that you want to say about the pilgrimage or the trip?
Well, if I just ask you to pray for all those that will be going on the pilgrimage for their safety, and also just think about possible pilgrimages for 2027 and 2028.
I guess we would invoke, ask Saint Christopher, the patron saint of traveling, for protection. He can throw up his prayers, and yeah, if you can't make this one, there's other ones. I think that I just got one from Marie. She gave me one. I think it's Japan.
Yes.
So that's another one to go on, and that's I think 2027, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, more coming.
Yeah, more coming. More coming.
And if you get a chance, do the El Camino.
Yes.
You can do it in San Antonio if you don't want to go overseas. One in San Antonio, it's 10 miles. So we did a whole day of walking one time with my old youth group or young adult group back in Corpus Christi. We can call that a pilgrimage because it was absolutely beautiful. So I highly recommend these things. It puts you just deeper with God. You appreciate different cultures because all these have a story, something to learn about. So go click on the link in the description and go with Father Reginald. All right. Guys, thank you for watching. We'll be catching up with you next time here on Ministry and Mission. Till then, Godspeed, everybody.